In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the simple budgeting tracker. Now, this is what I used when I really started to take control of my own finances. Once you understand where your money is going, you can start to control it in a much more detail and much more depth. So let's get stuck into the tracker and I'll show you how to use this to the best of its abilities. Now, once you've downloaded this free simple tracker, you'll be able to copy it into your own Google Drive. You do need a Google Drive to use this. You cannot be using it in Excel. So make sure you have a Gmail account already set up. Once you open it, I would advise going through the README section, which you'll find in the bottom left-hand tab. And this will give you a better understanding of how to use this in detail, as well as obviously watching the rest of this tutorial. Now, to start with, let's look at the start and end date. If you go to your budget, which is the tab at the bottom there, you'll see that you have your start date and your end date here. Now, you can change those to whichever you like. So let's just say we are going to stick to January. You then need to change your currency. I'm currently in Spain, so I've set this to euros, but change it to whichever your current currency is. And this will adapt the entire sheet to that specific currency. Okay. From there, I would start by entering your current salary. So down here, you've got paycheck and you've got business. You've got your side hustles, your interest income, and you've got your dividends. So start by entering what you put in there is budget under your paycheck. So let's say 3,500 euros for me. And then at the end of the month, if you made a little bit more, great. You can put the actual in there and it will show you the difference. Or if you've had some days off or unpaid sick leave, it will also adapt to that as well. So when you get paid, put the actual amount in there. So for me, as usual, it will be 3,500. Now you'll see that on the top in this chart here, it will update that completely for you fully automatically. Now this is where we start getting to the fun bits. So let's look at the bills and the expenses and the savings. Okay. Now, before we go into this, I'd just like to say, if you're in the UK, I would really try and follow the 60-30-10 rule. That is 60% of your income goes towards your essential living, 30% goes towards your fun and your spending and going to live your life, and then 10% should go towards your investments or your savings. So if you have 10% saved, put it into an emergency fund, or add it straight into your investments if you already have an emergency fund in place. If you want to find out a little bit more about the 60-30-10 rule, just click up here and there will be a video directly to that, and you can watch that in more detail of how to break that down. Now, let's go to the bill tracker. Rent, the standard. Everyone needs to pay their rent or their mortgage. So let's just say you're paying 1,000 per month. Let's add that in there. At the end of the month, you'll then add what your actual amount is. Now, most of us, it will be exactly the same. So let's just add that in there. You'll see all of the charts at the top are automatically changing to adapt to the numbers that you're putting in there, which is fantastic. Your utilities, let's say 100. Oops, there you go. And then hypothetically, let's just say it came in at 80. We had a good month. It came in a little bit lower. You'll see here as well, the bills will change. Just make it a little bit more dramatic so that you can see the difference. Here we go. So the bills will start to change as well. Okay. Let's do mobile. 35 came in at 35 again. Your gym 25. You just need to fill this out as much as you possibly can. The more information, the better. Now from here, you've then got your food. So let's say you have a budget of 250 per month for food. This section, the expense summary. So put your budget in for each area. So let's say you're going to give yourself 250 for food. You're going to give yourself 100 for entertainment. I like to think you spend a little bit more on entertaining yourself and 50 on transportation. In the bottom, you have your expense tracker. Now, this is where you start to add in all of your expenses. You can do this by looking at your bank account. So either look at it at the end of every month and add them in. Personally, I found this quite complicated because going through them number by number or row by row was really difficult and quite time consuming. So whenever I buy something, I would usually just add it in at the end of the day. If I had 4 purchases in the day, when I get home, I'd add it straight into the expense tracker. So let's just say the date is, let's say today, there you go, it's the 4th. I spent 25 euros on food, and you put this into your food category. And let's just say Tesco, for example, just so you know where it came from. And you'll see this will automatically update the food's actual column. That will then start adding into your expense or your allocation summary, and it will start adding into what you can see down here is your expense breakdown. So the expense breakdown over time, you'll be able to see where your money is really going. This is the beauty of it. If you start going out to pubs all the time, for example, and spending all your money on alcohol, you'll see that this will start to really increase. And you'll know that maybe you should start watching what you're doing with your money when you're going out drinking, which I know that I used to have a problem with in my 20s. So you need to start filling this out as much as you possibly can. You've got the savings section in here as well. So try and add things into your savings where you can. And you've got your debt tracker as well. Now, just remember, some of us do have side hustles. So if you add your side hustles in there, say you did 250 in the month. So you've got your budget. And what actually came in, don't forget that. If you have your investment income, your business income, whichever it is, this will also add to the rest here as well, okay? And it will give you more in the amount left to spend. So the goal here is to fill this out as much as you possibly can. And over time, you will see this start to fill out. Fuel, for example, there you go, oh, not Juul, fuel. And you'll start to get a breakdown of your expenses. And at the end of the month, you can take a look and you can really see where you need to make changes in your lifestyle. Now, this is a very basic budgeting tracker, okay? But it's very useful for a starter. If you want to take it a step further, you can purchase the advanced tracker, which you'll see here. This is £10 to download at this point in time. It will give you more in terms of the bills and adding your expenses in and everything else, okay? You also have your log on a completely separate page that you can start adding into. Once again, exactly the same, bills, expenses, savings. It's just a slightly different layout. Now, the beauty about this is, one, you have your calendar. So you can actually start adding in, say, your phone bill, which comes out on, say, the 1st of every month. And it will start to add in there your rent as well. So you can add your rent in there. Here we go. You've got your bill tracker, your debt tracker, your notes, and just fill this calendar out so you know when things are coming out of your account. You've then got your subscription tracker as well. This is great if you have a lot of subscriptions like I do. I'm starting to build this out as well for my new month. Now, I found that when I started to dig into this, I spent quite a lot of money on things like Adobe, for example. So I've recently put a slight hold on that. My Wix that I use for my website and my emails, I had to break that down. Now you can break these down into monthly or annually to actually give you a monthly subscription amount. I found that sometimes I buy my subscriptions annually just because it is so much cheaper, but it's quite complicated to understand the breakdown of that monthly as well. So you can also put the debit dates in there, price, monthly price. It will give you everything in more detail. So really good to track your current subscriptions because they do often get out of control. Once again, the advanced tracker does come with the README file as well, with a complete breakdown of how to use this. Now, going back to the simple tracker, I would just like to add, if you do need to add more into your expense summary, you can just by adding it in here. So in your expense summary, if you have it in here, say, let's put something fun in here, like bars. When you add it into the bars, down the bottom here, you have the new category come up. So you can start adding them in there as well. Okay. And it's exactly the same on the advanced tracker. Now that is the simple and the advanced tracker in more detail. If you have any questions, please do just comment below. I do hope this helps. It certainly helped me on my journey to being much more financially independent and in control of my finances. So good luck. I wish you all the best with it. And if you have any questions, just comment below. Peace.